guys, welcome. This is a general reading for the collective of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Hello, Leo. How are you? We are wrapping up our time in the Leo mansion. I hope those of you that are here as Leo Suns have had a wonderful solar return and are prepared for your next trip around the sun. We are going to be shifting into the Virgo mansion on the 22nd. We have Venus in Leo right now. She's very happy there. Kind of actually a little extra oomph, a little extra pep in her step. Mercury is now moving out of Taurus and into Gemini. No, Mercury's in Virgo. Mars is moving out of Taurus and into Gemini tomorrow, I want to say. So Mars, our action, our impulses, the way we, tackle a task or get things done. Yeah, has been very stuck in Taurus. So moving into Gemini kind of frees it up, except it may be a little schizophrenic for a while because we'll have to adjust to two ways of thinking of everything, two ways to do everything. It's going to take a moment of adjustment. As I said, Mercury in Virgo. Yeah, it's nice. So far, so good. So here we go. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope if you enjoy the reading, you'll consider joining us here by subscribing. Everybody, please, if you haven't already, click subscribe. It doesn't cost you a thing. Like, share, as you feel called to do. That's kind of how I get my message out to more people, and that's how you pay it forward. Okay? All right, not date or time specific. I trust that whenever you come upon it, if it speaks to you, it's your message at that time. But as a general reading, it may not resonate for everyone. So as you've heard a million of us say, take what speaks to you, leave the rest. I am pulling from the Cosmic Journey Oracle. It's a little light-hearted deck that I am loving. Okay, so here's your message. We have card number 4, ask wonderfully, receive graciously. Ask wonderfully, receive graciously. Not a problem. Graciousness is your wheelhouse, Leo. You could be here as a cross watcher. That's fine too. You can accept any of these messages as your own. Card 30, this came out for someone else. Actually, 2 other signs. Trust and act accordingly. I love that eye with the heart in the pupil. Trust and act accordingly. Your card this morning, your oracle card in the morning musing that I do for the channel members and the people who have opted in for the all access pass to the extended. P.S. Those links are in the description box below if you want to check it out. They got a card for follow your intuition. So I'm feeling that that's what this is talking about. Trust your own instincts, trust your own intuition, and act accordingly. Card 32, write this into reality. So there's something that you're asking for, some kind of sign is what I think. Receive it with grace, right? And then you're being told, and trust the message, and trust your intuition around the message, act accordingly, and write it into your reality. So that's really kind of that shift of Mars into something more active, more... even a little bit more manifestative, if that's even a word. Mars in Gemini has all the options on the table for what it is you are trying to create. Okay, here we go. Let's look at your connection. All right. 7 of Wands crossed by the 5 of Wands. Wow. There's a challenge here. I can't tell if you're defending or if you're aggressing. I will know in a moment. 5 of Swords underneath. 7 of Pentacles in the past. Knight of Pentacles is crowning you. 10 of Swords. Oh my gosh, 2 of Swords, 10 of Cups, 3 of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. Well, it takes you a while to get there, but you get there. There's the Hierophant on the bottom. So this was your lead out card this morning, and I felt that it was about the spiritual nature of your bond, the spiritual connection that you have with your person here. But it is also a card of commitment, and that's where we end, is with the Ace of Pentacles. So we're looking at something to do with commitment, with an offer of commitment, but you kind of get there the hard way, Leo, or whoever you are watching, because the present energy feels defensive. It could be self-assertive, and I'm only going to say that because what's crossing you is this, very challenging, chaotic, conflict. It can be coming at you from all angles is sort of how it feels. There could be conflicts within your connection or outside sources visiting that upon you. So we'll have to see with the clarifiers. And underneath, what's in your psyche here is this Five of Swords, some feeling of defeat and or being set up, right? This is a setup, and therefore feeling somehow defeated on some level. In the past, we have the Seven of Pentacles. This is where you set seeds of intention and you wait for things to kind of unfold and grow organically. But it is talking about reaping the fruits of your labor, but that it's a process and it takes time. And time in like the natural world here in 3D. Now, what's crowning you is really beautiful. The Knight of Pentacles is saying, well, now that I'm aware of all this, and I've set some intentions in the past, now I'm moving forward. I am taking action very deliberately, with a plan, crossing T's, dotting I's, slow and steady wins the race. All the things we associate with the Knight of Pentacles is about responsibility, predictability even, that either of our outside world and what we're moving toward, or within ourselves about how we're approaching this new phase. And it feels like something very grounded is coming in, something where you're pretty sure of yourself. And I feel this is your energy actually moving towards something else. But doing so in a way where it's all very predictable and intentional. And I said responsible already. It kind of feels more cautious, like proceeding with caution here. Because in the near future, we have the Ten of Swords, the end of a painful cycle. I feel the pain is already in process, if that makes sense to you. So this represents the finality of that, something that you can kind of say, yeah, that's done, not going back there again. That's why I feel you're proceeding with caution. But you're definitely in the throes of something heated right now on some level. Spirit's message to you is, you may need to kind of check yourself. This Two of Swords is a crossroads moment. You're going to need to go within to get some clarity. You're going to need to stop, sit, assess a situation, close out all the extra noise. Don't worry about what other people think, what other people say. Go within to get the clarity you need about the meaning and the purpose of an important decision and how best to proceed. That's why I feel you're kind of slow rolling things in that energy of your conscious awareness. Now, in the hidden energies, we have the Ten of Cups. This is about your happily ever after. It could be the energy your person is holding with regard to you. I do feel like the conflict is all surrounding your connection. I'm not sure it's between the two of you, though. That's what I haven't figured out. In your hopes and or fears, Three of Swords, there's a legitimate fear you could get your heart broken again. So, and I'm saying again for a reason, because I feel this has played out before. And if not in this lifetime, definitely in past lifetimes, because it kind of keeps coming up in your storyline. So that Three of Swords is representing your fear of getting hurt or being exposed to some kind of insult to your integrity or your honor or something where there's heart heaviness involved. But I think the outcome looks good. The opportunities going forward, Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning, maybe an up-leveling of a connection that's already in existence that needed a little bit of, this sort of battle of wills to kind of spark some change or upgrade. But for most of you, I feel like this is occurring in the 5D realm. There is some reference to making it more in 3D between the Knight of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, but it all feels very energetic. So let's see. 7 of Wands, 5 of Wands. King of Cups. 6. Oh, wow, there's that 5 of Swords. So let me hold this up for you so you can kind of see it. And remember, you can always flip the energies around. If you're like, yeah, she's not talking about me, she's talking about my person, that's fine. Yeah, King of Cups with that Six of Wands feels very much about making peace. It definitely feels about, like it's about some form of reconciliation. That comes for standing up for what you feel is important. This could be your person in the King of Cups, if you're here, especially if you're here as a Leo feminine. But I'm feeling like it just feels to me like there's a truce. We need a truce because I've got the 2 5s here landing on that 7 of Wands. It's a lot of pent-up energy. There are trust issues. There's sabotage afoot. There is game playing. There's zero-sum game playing. It feels really fraught. But the energy that's coming through here between the two of you is like, can we kind of patch this up? So I'm not sure, again, that if left to your own devices, that it would be fraught between the two of you. I feel there's outside sources of aggravation here, and you're finally taking a stand for it. So now I'm getting more on this 5 of Swords. Yes. An end to that. Wow, Leo. Wow, wow, wow. An end to that energy. An end. Yes. Woo. I'm so excited. We had the Death card this morning too. The 5 of Swords and the 7 of Swords with that Death card. Yeah, no more subterfuge, no more sabotage, no more deception or feelings of betrayal or of being set up. That is what's being left behind so that all this happiness can come in. Now, this is what's being worked out in your unconscious awareness. It may be just kind of how you're processing everything. You're being very clear, like the way forward for you does not include this energy anymore. It's like, I've got to leave it behind if I'm going to transform and sort of, move into my ultimate happiness. So I like that. I also like the Sun here because it is your card, but also because it's not like you doubt that you're safe, but in some way, shape, or form, I think you've been concerned about being vulnerable. I say that because I see this 3 of Swords. I've got the King of Cups here, who generally kind of clams up on an emotional level because they don't like to feel vulnerable. So they feel the feels, they just don't talk about it. And that's what I'm feeling with this Sun, is that on some level, this 5 of Swords, 7 of Swords energy has kept you feeling very vulnerable and not safe in that vulnerability. So you want to get back to that, and that's why certain things have to go. And what has to go is the 5 of Swords, the 7 of Swords, energies that constantly have you feeling like your back's against the wall and you can trust no one. Seven of Pentacles, there's the 10 of Swords again. Wow. Feel this ending occurred a long time ago. Here we have the beautiful Divine Feminine and the Empress. The unconditional love remained. That Ace of Swords is almost coming through as if on some level this feminine energy could be yours, could be your counterparts, depending on how you're showing up here. I feel it's like it was like, oh, I saw it coming. I get it. Should have seen it coming. It's something that played out over a long period of time, and then like in a second it was done. The love remained. I don't think that the love is gone, but I feel like there was a great deal of pain involved in what I feel was a sudden ending. That's what is kind of feeling, I feel like that's what's rising up right now, is that even though it may have happened a while back, I kind of feel it's finally being dealt with at this time. Something's coming back up to the surface is what I feel. And a final push here to sort of reconcile with that, make peace around it, maybe get some closure. I don't see the World card here, but I'm feeling it in that Six of Wands. There's the Hierophant, there's the World. Yeah. Could have seen that. The minute I say it, there it is. You want the world, I give you the world. Knight of Pentacles with the Hierophant. I feel you are very methodically and cautiously closing out a cycle that has brought a lot of pain to you both. The spiritual bond remains intact, but I'm feeling there's some other commitment in the mix here. And I don't think it's between the two of you. One of you is committed elsewhere. That is what has come through before. It came through this morning, and it's trying to sneak itself in here. There are unresolved questions. The Queen of Swords here is like, you just want to get to the truth. Truth seeker, truth teller, whether you're the one delivering the truth or receiving it, you want to come in peace. That Queen of Swords with the Six of Wands tells, yeah, I'm feeling it in upright energy. But you've got to be really cautious about how this plays out, how you move forward, Leo. Or whoever you are if you have reversed the energies. So I definitely feel the cycle closing out, and that you may be just after getting some closure, getting questions answered, especially if you're here in Empress energy. Ten of Swords in the near future. You may get your wish. Closing out a painful cycle with the twin, with the past life soulmate. Ooh, hello Virgo. And Gemini, wow. Lovers was in the morning musing too. Feel you've both done a lot of growing. And by virtue of that growth, I think you've both been on solitary journeys here. And there's an opportunity for reunion. And you get to close out that painful cycle. What I'm trying to say is Ten of Swords is old news. But with this World card here, and what I was feeling in the Six of Wands is the opportunity to come back together and process it and sort of close it out formally, maybe even face to face, because I don't think that has happened yet. So I do feel you're kind of worried a little bit about being vulnerable, right? Because we have the Three of Swords in your hopes and fears. But I think if you have the opportunity to get some clarity, to get some closure, you should take it. You know, some people don't want closure because they don't want to close something out, but I feel as if there's new energy that's waiting for new opportunity in this connection that isn't going to be realized until you can close out for good together something very difficult that unfolded quite some time ago. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Two of Swords. Yeah, there's going to be a crossroads moment where you get to kind of move past the turbulence, move to calmer waters, move towards something better. It brings you peace of mind, but you have to make that choice. And there is this, the references of the twos here, to me, it's like you might be torn. And that's what I was feeling over here when I said some people don't want closure because they don't want to have to close the book and, you know, and write the end. They don't want to do that. And I'm feeling like it isn't until you do that that the new beginning finds its way to you. Does that make sense? And I feel it's in the connection. So it's almost like you have to close out an entire cycle that may have been unfolding over lifetimes. Especially if you feel fairly confident you are in a twin flame scenario, right? Like a lesson completes. And once the lesson completes, you have to be prepared to release it. And with it, that person or the energy attachment that is bogged down in negativity, bogged down in conflict, bogged down in, subterfuge and dishonesty and deceit and betrayals and backstabbings and. So I feel like it's been that dramatic. And here you're going to be torn about it. So Spirit's saying, prepare, get clear. Because you may come up against something where you feel like you're not prepared. You're feeling torn. But you cannot have this reciprocity. You can't have the graciousness, ask wonderfully, receive graciously, right? There's grace in this Six of Pentacles, and you're not going to, that's what you're moving toward, the 2 6s. But if you stop yourself up, if you question yourself, if you hesitate, if you keep things in the air and you don't, if you keep the juggling act going, you're not going to get beyond what you need to move beyond. Whether you move beyond it together or separately isn't even a matter. You have to kind of move beyond it. It feels very portal-esque, like a portal is closing and you cannot hang out between those two energetic, between the entrance and the exit. You're sort of ascending to a new timeline. Whether you go together or not, doesn't matter. You don't want to get caught up in a perpetual holding pattern. 10 of Cups in the hidden energy. Ace of Wands. There's the 2 of Swords for them as well. Here's one of your cards, Leo, the Strength card. I feel what's moving around outside of your conscious awareness is they are as stuck as you are. They are feeling that sense of, oh, it's do or die. This is it. This is the crossroads. I got to get clear. But look at all the positive energy. Taking action. There's that torch of passion and the 10 of Cups, and just needing the confidence to kind of decide, that's where I'm going to go. That's what I want. That's my true north. That's where I'm headed. So it's playing out in the hidden energies as it is being shown to you by Spirit. So you're both sort of mirroring that 2 of Swords moment where you finally get to kind of let go of the past in total and move forward in a new, grounded, up-leveled way. So I'm kind of excited for you here, Leo. 3 of Swords. Sure. I think you fear being left behind. You're hoping, there is a hope here. You're hoping to kind of have a fresh start where you learn something that sort of provides a sense of optimism for the future. Even if it's new territory, you learn enough to say, I'm ready to take that first step in a new direction. And lo and behold, you hit pay dirt. You hit the jackpot. But that card is sort of sandwiched between some fear of losing the vision of life partnership, right? King of Pentacles. We've got the 3 of Swords and the 8 of Cups, being left behind by somebody you thought you'd have a future with. It's nice that the Page of Pentacles is there, a little glimmer of hope that you feel like what you learned from this whole situation will carry you forward, even if it's new to you. We're going to close out with the opportunities going forward is this Ace of Pentacles. Oh, more info. Yeah, I feel you're going to get a message that, helps clear that confusion you have, because that 2 of Swords for both of you, I feel like some info finds its way to you, whether it's told to you verbally or you see it in social media or you hear it third hand, whatever. It's definitely going to concretize the new opportunity that waits for you. This double hit of the Ace of Pentacles, very abundant, very grounded, very stable, next level. And it feels like it's something solid that you can count on, that points to the future and a commitment, and not just a commitment between people in 3D, but something that tells you that even though you let go of something, that you face this very difficult, I need to part with this for good. I feel like it finds a way to show up for you tenfold. right? It's almost as if you get rewarded for that bravery to kind of part with a very painful cycle and a painful past. Now, that card underneath right there is saying that, you know, you may be apprehensive. You may not have a lot of trust. There may be some energy here with the moon where you're wondering if is it real? Is it an illusion? Because the information is going to kind of come in sideways, not direct from the proverbial horse's mouth. That's the issue. And that may trigger a little bit of insecurity there because you're not sure you can take it to the bank. I am telling you, with that double ace of pentacles, you're going to be golden. Okay, so that's what I have for you. Let me tell you the astrology that came through. There is a link to the extended, which is going to be all from your person's point of view, regardless of their sign. They could be the Leo, you could be here as a cross watcher, and vice versa. Yeah, I'm going to check in, brain cramp, going to check in on their energy, how they're showing up, how they see the situation, right? From their point of view, their perspective, how they see you, think about you, or feel about you, their intentions toward you going forward, and a message from Spirit that sort of gives you additional guidance for all that energy. And I close that with Oracle, so it's a really comprehensive extended. Here's who showed up energetically. We have King of Cups can be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Death card is Scorpio. The Sun is Leo. The Empress is Taurus and Libra. We have Taurus right here in the Hierophant. That's out twice. The World card is Aquarius and Capricorn. The Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Virgo in the Hermit, more Gemini in the Lovers. We've got more Leo in the Strength card. King of Pentacles can be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And the Moon is Pisces. That's what I have for you. Thanks for joining me. The link to the extended is below. I'll see you there in a second. Bye for now.